Hey all, Log here. Figured I would do a bit of a room tour. Not that anybody's going to be watching. I'm just going to go over a few things. I'm trying not to go over every little thing, but sometimes I can't help that. But let's go ahead and start over here in the closet. Over here, I have a bunch of drawings from my friends. This one is from Don't Starve. It's from a old Hex or Nova video. Another Don't Starve one. And then that one's supposed to be gorillas. My friends drew these for me just for a little knick-knack. We got a couple old hats here. And here we have my dresser, as well as on this side all of my pants and dress shirts, and then this side all of my long sleeve shirts, and pretty much everything else is in the drawer. We have my books. Might censor a couple of those. My yearbooks, as well as my some of my just other books. There we have some Minecraft books. Another one, Blockpedia, a little outdated probably. Some Carpenter's books, and a couple really old textbooks. That's a motorcycle helmet. It's I don't own a motorcycle and I don't drive a motorcycle, but my dad owns a motorcycle, so it's nice to have. These are all of my old notebooks from high school. And then down here we have 3 perfectly white bins, which I bought for like $5, $10. And they've been really useful because, yeah, I had like 2 different colored bins, and these just look nicer. Yeah, speaking of which, here they are. And then I had like a big gap of space back there, so I was like, I don't want to have that gap, so I just got 3 bins that are the exact same, and they fit more stuff, and they're not, like, the lids aren't popping out or whatever, so that's nice. Over here, I have a blanket covering this. I hung it up by some, get that in focus. I hung it up with some paper clips that I just kind of bent and then stuck through the blanket. Just to add a little more like soundproofing, and also to help this. This is just kind of my wall of old things. Here we have some old flash drives. A couple of them have some OS. I think one has Linux and one has Windows. We have a ton of these things, these bloody charging blocks. So I just have a million of those. These are pretty neat. I found these on Thingiverse. I'll try to leave a link in the description. You just use these to wind up cables, and I had so many cables that were just way too long and taking up space that I need to wind it up. These are all audio cables up here. Here we have some just USB extensions and a few odd little odd cables that I don't really use too much. But like I said, I'm not going to try to go over every little thing. We have flashlights, some maps from some games. Actually, this is the Fallout perk thing, and then the Skyrim map. And this one's nice. This one's the one that is canvas a little bit, and not like, I don't know if you can see it in the glare, but it's more canvas-like than some of the other maps. I think the Xbox one was a little more. These are just some miscellaneous tools for my chair and desk. More markers. Just rest is just some random knickknacks, garbage. Should probably go through it, but I don't really go through this enough to really warrant it being useful. Over here, we have a little whiteboard that's velcroed on. Sometimes I'll use this before I leave for trips. Make like a checklist of everything I need to grab. There's another book. I got this thing for, I don't know, like 20 bucks at a bookstore. And it's a quote-unquote Perpetual motion machine that totally doesn't run on 4 AA batteries. Here we have an HDMI, I don't know what you'd call this, I guess splitter? Or I guess it would be like a joiner, because one outputs and then the rest are inputs. Yeah, but I have one for my PlayStation, I don't remember which one's which. One's for my PlayStation, one's for the Switch, one's for my computer, and then I think there's another one for something else. PlayStation 2, I have only one game in this PlayStation 2. I actually have a lot of games, and let me show that real quick, because that was actually in the closet, so let me do that before I forget. Down here, we have some knickknacks. We have the old Mortal Kombat, I think 10 that is. Statue, a little Minecraft block, got that a long time ago. Snake's arm from Phantom Pain, Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. And then just a couple little knickknacks and memorabilia from some other things that I did. Here we have a bunch of old games, except for these. This is Age of Empire and Diary of a Wimpy Kid on Blu-ray for some reason. I don't remember us ever buying that. And some Pirates of the Caribbean movies. Bunch of PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. Then down here we have Xbox 360, Xbox One, Switch, DS, and then 2 Star Wars movies and some bonus features, as well as, if you can see that right there, the 3DS XL, and then on top of that is the original 3DS. And then right there is actually an action replay. And then we have PlayStation 2, 2 PlayStation 4 controllers, and 2 Xbox 360 controllers, 2 Xbox One controllers, and then the Switch Joy-Con stuff. So those are the Joy-Con like handheld to make it like, I don't know, just one big controller, and then the 2 sticks that you get. But yeah, and then we have some rechargeable batteries, and then some games without cases, because I'm a criminal, and throw away cases sometimes. Down here we have, in that box is my VR, then we have a guitar case, which we'll get to in a minute, get to the guitars in a minute, and some old cowboy boots that are very colorful. Here's my shoes, all I need, and my loafers, so those are for work. Those are for just casual, like going around, and these are for just walking around outside at home. Here's my Switch case. PlayStation 2, as I was gonna say before I interrupted myself, has it has Guitar Hero World Tour in it, and it has an old-fashioned little connector. We used to have 2 Guitar Hero guitars, but only one of them ended up, one of them disappeared, and the other one only works with that exclusive PlayStation 2 connector, and I don't know why. PlayStation 4, I don't even think it has the power plug in the back, so I haven't turned it on in ages, but it probably has Red Dead Redemption 2 over there for when my brothers get in. Right here, we have some little hex drawers that I 3D printed, which I'll also try and put a link for in the description if I remember, and if I forget, please leave a comment. Here we have just stuff that I need right away. I think there's some Gorilla Glue right here, or no, those are command strips, Gorilla Glue, incense, wired Xbox One controller, but I've been using the Nintendo Switch Pro controller because it has Bluetooth. This is a little case for my camera charger, some Velcro cable ties, a little notebook to test pens in, because God knows how many times I've picked up a pen that hasn't worked. Old phone case, DVI cables, HDMI, SATA, pretty much every computer cable I need is right in here, with some laser engraved stuff that I did back in high school. This is a photo of a mountain I took in Montana that I tried to do laser engrave on a piece of wood. And then this is a picture of some flowers, which shows up better on camera, but in person it looks like garbage. But eventually I did get that to work. I have an old Razer mouse, Xbox 360, I don't know, what is it called? The glow ones, you know. Old Arduino, I don't really know how to code. I messed around with it for a little bit, but like I said, I don't know how to code, so it kind of didn't last long. A couple old wireless mice, screwdriver. This is a flashlight specifically for checking pupil dilation. I'm not a doctor, but I usually carry it around with me just in case something goes wrong, and you know, maybe someone will need it, and I can be of some assistance. And here we have a pop filter for a microphone, CD for the 3D printer, PS4 vertical stand. This is a compass, just like an actual compass, north, south, east, west kind of deal. $40 Insignia microphone, actually really good. I'd highly recommend one of these if you ever get the chance to get one. I mean, they're super cheap, they last a long time. My only gripe with them is that they use micro USB instead of USB-C, but you know, what are you gonna do? It's got a 1 point, I think that's a quarter millimeter, if not 3/16, or sorry, not quarter millimeter, quarter inch, not 3/16. Then we have a Ethernet cable, just one that's too long, calculator, and some more pop filters. Down here, just a bunch of papers, nothing important. And here, we have my, so this up here is the Xbox 360. I don't know which model specifically. I know it's the one that doesn't have the button that you actually push in. It's like a touch sensitive button, which is cool. Xbox One, also don't know which model. Not launch, but close to launch. Like the winter of the launch year, I'd say. Because usually we get these consoles around Christmas. So usually, like this one was the Destiny 2 one that I got for Christmas. Sorry, not Destiny 2, Destiny 1. So this one came with Destiny, which I played the hell out of until I realized that you had to buy the DLC to play the story, which is like the best part of the game, and I didn't want to pay $60 for like another $30 for an unfinished game, basically. Camera bag for the camera I'm using right now, tripod, and I think there's another tripod in there, but I'm not gonna look. Going over here, Razer mouse pad. This is the Razer Orbweaver V2, I think, or something. I don't remember. I got it because I like the rubber, this rubber stuff instead of like the leather cushiony stuff. I also like the joystick because the joystick on the Tartar seems stiff, but to be in all honesty, I use this thing, on very rare occasions. If you're gonna buy this, don't. Like, if you have a perfectly good keyboard, this is the Logitech G613. If you like those switches, that's fine. Little 7-inch monitor just for putting usually overlays, like or not overlays, but like Streamlabs or OBS. Have a monitor. So both of these monitors are 32-inch. This one's a Dell. I don't remember the model. This is a Sony. This one's more of a TV. This one's more of like an actual monitor. They're both 60 hertz. 120 hertz monitors or any higher than 60 hertz is just way too expensive and out of my price range, and I really don't. I'm not the kind of guy to spend half a paycheck on a monitor. It's just not worth it, especially if I'm really only playing games that can run at 60 FPS. My computer, speaking of which, has 64 gigs of RAM. Yes, the RAM is mismatched a little bit. I tried to get the same exact RAM. It's the same brand. It's the same, it's almost the same hertz. I think the newer RAM is a little bit higher, but it is 64 gigs. It is recognized, but it is throttled down to 1600 hertz because of the old RAM. But the new RAM would be 3200. So maybe at some point in the future I might get more of the same newer RAM, but we'll see. Cooler is not stock. I don't remember what the cooler is. It's some like weird off-brand cooler. But there's an Ryzen 2700 in there. That's an RTX 2070. Just regular 2070, no TI, no Super. The case, I don't know what the case is, but it's pre-built from CyberPower. Power supply, I think it's 850 watts. I have a Lexar SSD and two terabyte Seagate hard drives. So in total I have 4 terabytes plus a 250 gig SSD. I'm gonna get an NVMe 500 gig SSD for Windows, but I don't know what to do because the Windows key is written on that drive, and I don't know how to transfer it, or if I could just write it down and put it on the new drive, but whatever. Anything else in here interesting? No, I think I went over all the important stuff. Oh, B450 motherboard too. Before I forget that. This is the camera arm. Obviously I'm using the camera right now, otherwise it would be there. This is a microphone. I don't even know the brand. It's $50 on Amazon. Came with the microphone, the mic arm, all those pop filters I showed earlier. Little shock mount. I mean, that's the main reason I got it, is because it came not only with a microphone, but with a shock mount. Because otherwise it's going to go doom every time I accidentally hit it or something. I did, unfortunately, have to replace that screw there. It would be one of those, but yeah, the threads inside of here got messed up. Or no, the threads on the screw got messed up because I kept twisting it. So it's my own fault, but, you know, what are you going to do? This is a custom 3D printed, like, little thing to hold my pens, pencils, whatever. I made this in Fusion 360. Didn't take very long. Took about 17 hours to print it. Took about an hour to make and design. But it holds my calculator, iFixit kit. It's supposed to hold calipers in this little one, but I keep messing up the measurements and I don't want to spend any more plastic. Corsair wireless headset. Really wanted a wireless headset. Problem is with headsets is they start to hurt the top of my head because they're too heavy or something. Stand for my glasses. Hand sanitizer, little incense cone burner, keys, wallet, you know, miscellaneous stuff. Phone with a new leather case that I just bought. I love a good leather case. There's the Pro controller, dollar store glasses, whatever. Apple Watch, whatever. No, the laundry that I need to fold. Over here we have so. That is a fake Stratocaster. As a matter of fact, you can see right here that it says Starcaster, not Stratocaster. So before anyone asks, no, it's not real. And no, I'm not going to buy a real one because I don't even play this one. I do play, however, the Les Paul from Epiphone. Whether this is a real Les Paul, I don't know, because if you Google images Les Pauls, usually right here is like a little wood line where the wood breaks up, but on this one there's not, so maybe they either just got a big enough piece of wood to make it, or it's fake. But personally I don't care. This is a guitar my mom got me for Christmas. I love this guitar. I love acoustic. I love the way acoustic sounds. This guitar I got from my girlfriend. She doesn't really play guitar, so she just gave it to me, and it's nylon, so I just wanted something with a bit of a different sound. And for this one, the strings are really high off the fretboard, so I don't really play it too often. And also I changed out the strings for nylon, and it's missing a low E string, you probably can't see. And the nylon strings constantly get stretched out, probably because it's supposed to be on that kind of headstock. But yeah, this is a keyboard, Yamaha something. These socks are clean, I promise. That's why they're stacked up in pairs. I don't know which specifically I got, but all I wanted was a keyboard with MIDI, so I could hook it up to a computer. These headphones are hooked up to a converter to what is this? I think this is TRRS cable, or a TRSS adapter instead of a auxiliary. Yeah, that battery's from an old Chromebook. I can't throw it out, so I need to find an e-waste place. Old chair. I watched the Gamers Nexus video on these leather racing chairs and realized that they kind of suck, so probably not going to use these ever again. But yeah, good backpack for traveling. Put some clothes in there for a 3-day trip. New chair, mesh, light, comfortable, leans back, and it has like a little leg thing underneath. So that was the room tour video. Sorry to cut it off so abruptly, but the camera ran out of runtime and I literally have no idea how to fix that. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment if you want to know about something like cable management or whatever. Leave a like if I also forgot to link any of the things I 3D printed, because most of the things I have are 3D printed off the Thingiverse. And be sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching.